Hi, I'm Rich Causon, Causon Business Finance. I'm here today with George from M.G. Evans and Sons Funeral Directors. I'm here to talk to him today about business finances and growing a business. So George, tell me a little bit about M.G. Evans and Sons and your role in the business.
Yeah, so I'm George and I am the third generation of the Evans family to work for the business. My grandparents established the business over 50 years ago, and my uncle and my dad took over the reins from them and have expanded it to run 3 different offices. So my role within the firm is helping families in arranging funerals and also leading the procession on the day of the funeral. And over the years we have grown larger and larger, and I think this is down to the hard-working and professional team that we have on board.
What do you feel is the biggest obstacle to funeral directors growing their fleets here and now in 2022?
I believe that the biggest obstacle in place is lack of money. Having the funds to cover the rising costs of vehicles is a huge advantage that not everybody has. Any funeral director's priority should always be having their standards extremely high, and having the best vehicles is a factor of the image of the business. You're helping families in the hardest times of their lives. So what we have to do, and just from an image perspective, is making sure that our business is represented as being, sympathetic and dignified, but also making sure that everything looks as smooth and as crisp as possible. So a family on that day can really come away and say, we gave our loved one the best send-off possible. And so M.G. Evans has to really keep up with that and keep our vehicles, keep our image very modern and very professional.
How has working with a family-run brokerage like Causon Business Finance helped you to overcome those difficulties?
Well, as a family business, we understand more than anyone else about the big corporate firms that are out there. And that's why we strongly always recommend, for people to use a local family firm. And that's why we enjoy very much working with yourselves, because we do get a deeper level of a relationship. Your company has always dealt with our finances in a very professional and sensitive way, and so it's just been a very reassuring process for ourselves. And an example of this is when it comes to that time where we're looking to upgrade our fleet and get new cars in, Causons have always been at the forefront of that, one step ahead of the game, and have delivered our new fleet so quick, efficiently, and once again took the pressure and any stress out of our hands.
How has securing finance helped your business grow?
Well, like every industry, moving forward with the modern times, M.G. Evans has always tried to keep in line with that modern day of age. And so finance has enabled us to do numerous different projects, whilst also keeping our business run as smoothly and as efficiently as possible.
So do you want to tell me a little bit more about some of those projects, George?
Yeah, of course. Well, I think first of all it's very important to say that at M.G. Evans we don't want to leave behind the generation that do things slightly differently. But it's making sure we are accessible to the generation that do things slightly more digital and slightly more modern within the world that we live in. With this in mind, we've invested in making sure that we have, the best computer system, the best website for families to be able to make touch with us, and also our phone system. Obviously, we have a 24-hour phone system, so making sure that is up to speed with, how it should be today. And also, any further software that will enhance, contact from the family. And that's the most important thing, is making sure that no matter what age someone is, whether they're young or old, but wanting to come to M.G. Evans for any help, that they find it's easy to be able to reach us, and that through the funeral arrangements, from start to finish, everything is done to just how they want it. All of this does cost money, making sure that we do have the highest standards of equipment and software and things like that. And all of this is why finance is so important. We've been able to invest in all these different things that are keeping our company in touch with the modern age. But using finance has made sure that there is no financial worry of investing in one particular thing. Instead, we've been able to spread these out.
And if you didn't invest in the business, if you stood still with what money and resources you've got at the moment and you didn't have the finance, what would that mean for your business?
Yeah, well, I think a lot of things nowadays are the sort of image of a company. And although, you know, we do have a good reputation within the local area, I think it is highly important that we do still continue to show that we are keeping in line with, you know, modernisation. And so if the company did look like it did when my grandparents established the business, we would sort of look out of touch, you know, a bit dated, and I think that would, you know, lose slightly our reputation. And so what the third generation, you know, are now doing, me, my brothers and my cousin, are trying to keep it, you know, as modern as we possibly can, whilst also keeping all the values and traditions that we stand for. And it's also important to know, you know, one day the fourth generation will be coming into line, and so we want them to take over a business that has kept in line with, you know, the everyday, you know, modernisation. And so, you know, that's why it's very important that we do that.
And would you recommend working with Causon Business Finance, George?
Yes, definitely. And, you know, as one family business to another, we hope that you continue to grow. And, you know, as the years go by, we hope we continue to have a successful relationship with yourselves.
Well, thank you, George, for talking to me today. I really appreciate it. If you're a funeral director's business and you're looking to invest in any of your funeral cars or other assets around the business, or need some loans and other types of funding, don't hesitate to give us a call. Please like and subscribe, and have a look at some of the other videos on our YouTube channel. I've been Rich Causon, Causon Business Finance. Thanks for watching.